How did the fish respond to being called untrustworthy? That's offensive. Hi everyone, I'm Jacob. I am the CowHatLibrarian, and this was a fun one. It features illustrations by one of my longtime favorite children's illustrators, Dan Santat, and it is written by Neil Sharpson, and it is Don't Trust Fish. As our story starts, an unnamed narrator talks about different types of animals. This animal has fur. This animal is warm-blooded. This animal feeds her baby milk. This animal is a mammal. And proceeds to describe reptiles and birds. But then proceeds to say that this is a fish. Don't trust fish. And proceeds to give a number of reasons why you, the reader, should not trust fish under any circumstances. Because they defy categorization. Some have gills, some have lungs, some are in salt water, some are in fresh water, and so on. And the narrator talks about what fish eat. Some eat plants, some eat other fish, some eat poor innocent crabs who are just trying to have a nice time in the sea. And the narrator keeps coming back to that phrase, don't trust fish, don't trust fish. And the narrator introduces some examples of fish, including Jeff, who you should not trust because Jeff is a fish. Then the narrator asks a fisherman for their expert advice dealing with fish. And talks about other fish and how dangerous they are, like whale sharks. And the narrator accuses anglerfish of cheating and being a nasty, tricksy fish. And the story continues like that, with all sorts of ridiculous nonsense, including fish in the fish tank watching you. This book is fantastic. First off, it falls into the seemingly growing category of books that appear to be nonfiction or having nonfiction leanings, and then veering sharply into fourth wall breaking nonsense. I just recorded a video 5 minutes ago about 10 Things About Capybara by Melanie Watt that covered much the same ground, where the first part of the book seems to be an informative book that's very, very staid and boring, and the antics ramp up from there. This was another example of it. It's great. The illustrations are phenomenal. Dan Santat is talented as anything, and his illustration style always makes me smile, and has for years since I first read Kel Gilligan, Daredevil Stuntman. And Sharpson's writing is on point. It's great. The first few pages mimic those old blue nonfiction textbooks that every school I ever went to had, and my public library had when I was working there in the children's department. And so readers are really, really caught off guard when it comes to the fish page, and they're told, don't trust fish. And even when the book's starting to break the fourth wall a little bit and go off the rails, even here, the author keeps a thin hold on the nonfiction style genuineness, where it seems to be comparing and contrasting different types of fish and sort of implying, well, fish are hard to categorize. That's why you can't trust fish, because they don't fit into these neat little boxes that we were able to place mammals and reptiles and birds into. And so fish are a little bit tricky. Ha ha ha, isn't science great? And then Sharpson drops the other shoe and starts going off the walls with talks about all these horrible things that fish do, and that Jeff is horrible too, and you shouldn't trust Jeff, and that your fish are spying on you with the telescope in their aquarium. It's a riot, and I had a lot of fun with it. And there are no major deal breakers here, but I do have to talk about spoilers. So, as the story continues, the narrator continues to warn about types of fish and how dangerous they are and how you can't trust them, and includes a Mo Willems pigeon-esque rant about how dangerous fish are and you can't trust them under any circumstances and so on. And ultimately changes course a little bit and talks about how you can trust crabs and crabs are your friends. Only to reveal at the very end that the author and narrator was a crab all along. I liked this. It was a lot of fun. My kids and I were laughing while we read it. And it was a heck of a lot of fun. If I were going to pair it with something for story time, because this is so text heavy, I might go with something that has a similar sort of energy, but is much lighter on the text. Maybe something like Aha by Jeff Mack, where every sentence in the book is either ah or ha or aha, about the frog trying to escape a jar that a child has trapped it in. I think the two of them would make a dynamic pairing for story time and would be enough to structure the remainder of the story time around, and it would be great. The other thing is you could conceivably pair it with one of the Mo Willems pigeon books. Probably Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, because you keep coming back to that basic idea. Here, don't trust the fish. Here's why, here's why. Don't trust the fish. Here's why, here's why. And the pigeon book, it's don't let the pigeon drive the bus. And the pigeon keeps demonstrating reasons why, in fact, the pigeon is unsuited to drive the bus. And so the two of them would work kind of well together also. I like it. I recommend it. Go borrow it from your public library. While I'm on that topic, if you use and appreciate the services offered by our public library, why not take just 1 minute and tell the powers that be exactly that? Tell your mayor, tell a council member, tell your MP or MLA that you use and appreciate the services offered by your public library. We're at a time where some public libraries are having trouble finding sustainable funding to continue improving their materials, programs, and services, and a few good words in the right ears might make a world of difference. Now, if by some chance you're a library staff member, don't forget, watching my videos counts as professional development time. With that, thank you for listening to me talk about how you should don't trust the fish. By all means, please like, please subscribe, and please check back to see what else I have to talk about from the CowHat Library. Thank you. Bye now.